Have you ever felt like you just hit a wall and stopped growing? If you're like me, you put in countless hours reading books, listening to podcasts, and networking. Sometimes, however, it just seems like your learning curve inverts and you've hit a personal development. My name is David Pere, and you're watching the Millionaire YouTube channel. Don't forget to subscribe and click the little bell to receive notifications whenever we post new content. Now, there are many reasons why you could be feeling this burnout, but here are some of the things that I commonly see holding people back and how to fix them. Number one is watching TV. I am guilty of watching TV more than I should. Sometimes this is a good way to relax and decompress for a bit at the end of the day. And if I do watch TV though, I limit myself to one episode of a TV show a day, or to 2 movies in a week. So minimizing how much time you're wasting aimlessly scrolling. The problem with watching television isn't that TV is bad for you, although it might be. It is that you are aimlessly wasting time that could be used for learning. Now, I watch YouTube videos like this on my television at night. This allows me to relax and watch something on TV without completely wasting time. You can learn a new skill this way. I will find YouTube videos on a subject that I want to learn about and watch some videos specific to it. For example, this week I've been watching videos from a few professional speaking coaches with YouTube channels. This has allowed me to hone in on some key areas that I need to work on and learn some actionable steps I can take to improve upon them. Now, YouTube videos may not be as entertaining as the Avengers per se, but they won't keep you awake all night either. If you're going to spend time watching television, at least try to make it somewhat educational, or read a book instead. The second thing is watching the news. Now, the news is full of negative bullshit. Seriously, watching the news does not improve your life at all. I promise you that you will be made aware of any life-changing events that take place. The news is biased, and depending on which source you are reading or listening to, you may be led toward different conclusions. It sucks, but finding a completely objective news source is a difficult task these days. Objective news is not as exciting, and it doesn't sell as well. Subjective news is much more likely to pull on your emotions, and news stations exploit this. Interestingly enough, the strongest human emotion is anger! And when you're watching the news and getting frustrated, understand that it's all a part of their plan to get you to watch more news because you're emotionally engaged. For these reasons, among others, I don't watch the news. I didn't notice any significant effects when I stopped watching the news. You won't miss it either. So do yourself a favor and read a book. Learn something new, or interact with people instead. Now, number 3 is social media. Social media is not inherently evil. In fact, for those of us building a network, like me, or a business, it is necessary. The problem with social media is that you can get hooked. When you get a like or a heart on social media, your body releases dopamine. And you can get hooked on this high and spend entirely too much time on the phone throughout the day. Another problem with social media is the overwhelmingly negative posts that spread like fire across the internet. For this reason, I have unfollowed all of my friends on Facebook who constantly post negative crap online. By unfollowing, you are still their friend, but will not see the negative crap they post. Now, this is a win-win if you ask me, but I won't tell you to stay off social media, but make sure it does not consume you. Okay, number 4 is wasting your commute. Do not listen to music on your commute. Listen to audiobooks, listen to podcasts like mine. I have a roughly 20-minute commute to work. Now, I love this commute because it ensures that I will listen to at least 40 minutes of content every day. And the nice thing about audiobooks and podcasts is that you can speed them up. I listen to Audible at 2.25 times the usual speed. That means that I can listen to a 10-hour audiobook in 4.44 hours, which is much faster than I could read the book. At this rate, I can listen to a 10-hour book every week. I can read 52 books a year during my commute to and from work. That is not including all the other time I have driving, plus the physical books I read. Now, listening to music during your commute is a waste of valuable time. Make sure you take advantage of this window time, as they call it, in order to maximize the time you spend learning new subjects. If you download Audible from the link that I will put down below, you will even receive a credit to get your first book for free. Yes, it's an affiliate code. Number 5 is partying and drinking binges with friends. I shouldn't really need to elaborate on this, but I will anyway. Now, I'm a Marine, and I like to throw a few beers back with the guys. Now, there are several issues with partying and binge drinking, aside from the obvious ones like DUIs, making a fool of yourself, and blowing a ton of money. For one thing, you stay out really late, which inevitably leads to either sleeping in or not sleeping enough. If you sleep in, the next day will be unproductive, and if you don't get enough rest, you'll be burnt out and fail to accomplish a lot of tasks. So lose-lose. Sleep is paramount to success in your life, and you need to make it a priority to have a normal sleep cycle. You will also feel like crap the next day, which makes it hard to perform at a high level. I know this goes against your typical military persona or especially Marine persona, but you will save money, have more energy, and be more productive if you minimize partying and or binge drinking. Number 6 is unintentional networking. Now, I'm not talking about showing up at meetups without a plan. I'm talking about networking with friends who aren't going anywhere in life. Whether you realize it or not, any time that you talk to people, it is a form of network. If you network with deadbeats and people from work with no aspirations, it's not going to help you improve. You need to be intentional about your networking. Go out of your way to meet with people who are crushing their goals. Your network is one of the key components to growing your net worth and achieving success. The more time that you spend with high achievers, the more successful you will achieve yourself. You should take the time you would have spent partying, drinking, watching the news, and being a bum and turn it into intentional networking. Find people in your market who you want to emulate and offer to take them to lunch. Pick their brains, add value to their lives, and build upon those solid relationships. Now, networking is a huge force multiplier. It will either multiply in a good way or in a useless way. The choice is yours. The reasons you're not growing can generally be traced back to decisions that you made, whether consciously or unconsciously. You need to take some time, write down ways that you are wasting time, and find productive solutions that will force you to grow. Growth isn't always easy, and it takes time, but it is 100% worth it. Now, stop watching this and go crush today.